Hi, this is my sixth video and today I'm going to show you how I do my side puffs. This is the finished look. So these ones are very easy to do, especially after you know how to do a normal high puff. It's just a slight modification of how you actually push the hair upwards. So yeah, here we go. Okay, so now I've unbraided my hair. As usual, I'm going to use a bit of zesty lemon butter and put that onto my scalp and onto my hair. So today it's actually quite a bit cloudy outside, so I decided that I wanted to just sort of have a simple updo, nothing too hectic. So I'm just going to release some of the sort of clumpiness that the braids have kind of formed. So you'll see once you've figured out or learned how to do a normal puff like how I did in my last tutorial, a high puff, you'll be able to do slight modifications to your puffs, like different angles and different sort of additions that you can sort of add if you want to add a hump or like a little fringe or something like in the front or something. So I'll be doing those kinds of tutorials as well. But you can also just be creative, just do whatever you kind of feel like doing. But once you've got the basic done, the high puff, then you're kind of sorted from there. Okay, so today's Tuesday. I washed my hair on Sunday evening or afternoon, I think. And yesterday I wore my high puff. I usually do that on Mondays just to help my hair sort of stretch a little bit. So I can already see sort of like the edges of my hair are a bit more stretched out because that's where I pulled my hair yesterday. So for me, it just kind of helps to do that instead of sort of using heat. Obviously, the results aren't the same as using a blow dryer, but I just try to minimize the use of direct heat onto my hair because I don't like it getting too dry, and it breaks quite often actually when I have blow dried it. So I only do that like for either really special occasions or when I'm in a really big hurry and I had no other time to sort of wash my hair except when I'm about to go out. So as usual, just separate it a bit, make it as fluffy or as chunky as you want it to. I mean. Okay, so I'm just gonna use my wide tooth comb just to help the sort of bottom bit kind of stretch out a bit more, and also just to help it blend in a bit with the lines. Sometimes when you braid chunky braids or even cornrows, anything, twists, you sort of have like the actual lines that you drew out on your scalp, and I don't like it when when people can see that. So okay, so as I did in my previous tutorial, now I'm just going to start prepping my hair for getting sort of tied. I'm going to use my daily spritz. Now I'm going to aim to push my hair to that side. So I'm just going to hold it, spritz, hold it, spritz. Okay, so I've avoided spritzing this side of my hair because that's the hair that's going to sort of not be pulled over. So I'm smoothing it down. Just gonna put a bit on my fingers, sort of smooth down the edges on this side. A bit more. Okay, so obviously the wetter you get your hair, theoretically the smoother it'll sort of look, but at the same time, if you've got a lot of shrinkage then and you want to avoid it since you've done a braid out or twist out the night before, you don't want it to go sort of completely revert back. So depending on your hair texture, it's sort of completely up to you how much spritz you actually spray. But I just put enough spritz just to dampen it. So now I'm going to use my ORS Lock and Twist Gel. Put about that much. And whilst I'm holding it down, I sort of just add the gel, smooth it in. Okay, put a bit more towards the back. So I'm not sure if you can see, I'm just putting sort of up to about halfway up my hair length. Because sometimes you won't even know how far up your puff will go, especially if you haven't done it often, or you haven't done it in a while, or you've never done it, period. Let's do this. So now I'm going to use this brush. I'm not sure if you can see it. Just to sort of smooth down my hair. I'm going to do that a bit as well. Brush down the back. Okay, so now, like I did in my previous tutorial, I'm going to use this. Now this is basically, if you didn't watch my previous tutorial, this is just some old tights. So I've cut them about an arm's length, and I use this to sort of do my puffs. So I have like 2 or 3 of these. They're very useful. So I start by tying it, not in a complete knot, just one knot here, so I can still pull the sides. So what I'm going to do is, now because I want to angle my puff, I'm going to only push this left side of my hair. So I push it, make sure I've got the back, push it, and then now my knot, I'm angling it basically to the other side, this bit here, where I'm not going to be pushing much. So I keep pushing it up, push it up, and as it goes up, you'll notice that it will start tightening around your hair. So you just have to keep doing this, pulling the ends of the tights. So obviously, depending on how short or long your hair is, this will definitely determine how far up you can push the tights. So I like my puffs quite big, so I'm not going to push much further. I'm just going to sort of do that, pull that again. And now, if you can see, I'm just going to double knot it, like that. And now, my hair is still damp. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my scarf. It's the same scarf that I use to wrap my hair at night. And I fold it in half, or at least sort of big enough to just cover this area that I want to sort of help flatten. So I start at the base, and now, just like with your other puff, the normal high puff, I just tie my hair around, and I make sure that the scarf sort of here on this side ends where my tights did, because I just want to get this sort of little bit flattened. So I'm going to tie it. And now I'm going to push my scarf up a bit on this side. So I just need to make sure that the complete part of where I want flattened is completely covered. So I've done that. So just refluff a bit. Pull it out a little. And now I'm gonna bugger off, do my makeup, finish getting dressed. I'll see you just now. Okay, so now I'm back and I finished doing my makeup. So it's been about 10 minutes or so. So I'm gonna now take out my scarf. Just give it a final tug. Take it off. So now you'll see that your hair has gotten a bit flatter and it's looking a bit sort of smoother. So now you can go out like this, that's totally fine. But sometimes what I like to do actually, just to sort of emphasize my puff a bit and also to avoid this kind of stuff happening, sometimes the little sort of tight piece that I've cut kind of sticks out a bit and my hair, especially when it wasn't long enough to sort of cover it. So this is particularly useful, what I'm about to show you. I use bra straps. They are super cheap, especially if you wear a lot of strapless bras. A lot of the times I take the straps off and I keep them in my cupboard and I kind of forget about them. So what I've done is I've actually taken some old bra straps, not old, but just stuff that I haven't been using. And if you're in South Africa, you can go to Mr. Price. You can buy these for maybe about 15 or 20 rand. And sometimes during the summer especially, they come out in all these cute little different colors. So what I use is these straps. So what I do, I'm not sure if you can see it, but you see how you have if you loop it round, you have the two hooks. So what I do, let me just turn it upside down. What I do is when I fix it onto my hair, I basically take the one hook and slide it in to that little hole that the other hook sort of makes. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see it, but that's what I do. So then that way I have a headband. And I quite like this because it's flat, it's not sort of a round surface. And then you obviously you've got the little strap adjuster here, so you can make it a bit tighter if you want, or if it's too tight then you can obviously loosen it up. So that's what I'm gonna do today, and sometimes I do that even with a sort of lower kind of, not really a puff, but just sort of to just have a bit of a headband look. So I'm gonna prep it, put it at the base of my head, and then I'm hooking that hook into that little sort of hole that I just showed you now. So now I'm just going to, as I did with the tights, I'm going to just push it up. Be careful not to get any hair tangled in that little strap adjuster. So I'm going to do that. And now I'm going to undo the tights. Fluff my hair a bit. So now if the bra strap headband thing is too tight, then obviously you can just use the adjuster to tighten it, to untighten it rather. And if it's too loose, then you could use it to tighten it. So now my hair is a bit longer, it kind of covers the bra strap. But sometimes I also like it to be seen, so I'm going to use another one. Do the same thing. Use this hook and hook it into the little hole there. Okay, so let me do that again. Slide it up. So now I've got a sort of double headband kind of look going on. Fluff my hair. Okay, so that's it. This is my version of a side puff. And these styles, at least for me, are really cute if I have a casual day at work, which is every day pretty much. But just to sort of add a little kind of something if you're going for a little 80s look or whatever really, just wear it wherever. Alright, that's it. Thanks a lot for watching and I'll see you next time.